Hello everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So, I think I have to say this now. I'm not really sure, but thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me with some of my game codes. Not all of them, but throughout the years, I have received quite a lot from them, so thank you. I don't know if that's the thing I have to say every time now. I'll sort it out, it's fine. Anyway, but today we are building what I want to call, like, I think it's a rental. Yeah. So I was scouting the internet. Mostly when I say the internet, I mean Pinterest, let's be real. I was looking around on Pinterest. This is built like a while ago before I went to Italy. It was one of the builds that I wanted up while I was gone, but couldn't really finish the video due to stuff. But I was scouting the internet for some inspiration for builds, and I came across these, like, it was like, oh my god, you could find the most random stuff or the most random websites, I don't know what that was, websites on Pinterest, or through Pinterest. So what this was, I think the title was something like award-winning tiny houses or something like that. So I went on to the website, and it was basically like this completely unknown website that had given awards to the most random tiny houses. This isn't even a tiny house. Like, I would not consider this a tiny house. But they definitely did. So, and I can't recall what award. It was a very random one that they gave this house, and I was like, I kind of like the shape of it. It's a little bit different. I haven't really built a lot of rentals, and I could see this house just having like a small kitchen, some outdoor seating areas, a small indoor seating area, and then two bedrooms. So one on the ground floor and one on the second floor. And so it would be more like fitting for a rental. A stylish beach rental, if you will. And so you could, of course, change the bottom bedroom to a living room if you want to, or the one on the second floor. It depends a little bit on where you're from. I'm gonna call it a second floor, probably. I'm gonna swap between the two, probably, most likely, because I tend to do that. It's fine. No consistency here on the channel. That was weird. No consistency here on the channel whatsoever. It's fine. But I could just kind of like see it happen, and so I decided to sit down and build it. Also, I liked that the house was majorly black and dark gray, because it's not colors that I have done a couple of very dark exteriors before, but it's not necessarily colors that I gravitate towards, especially not for beach houses. I think they often tend to be a little bit lighter in the color scheme, but yeah, I just felt like it was a cool shape. I wanted to have a little bit of fun with it, see if I could actually do something similar in the Sims, because we do have limitations and stuff, and so this is the outcome of that. And so I hope you guys will like it, even though it's not like the typical kind of house that I would do, because no living room situation. Definitely does have vacation vibes to it, I will say. Although I'm not sure that a beach house in Windenburg is necessarily the best idea. I don't know, this island does have a certain beachy vibe to it, if you will, but I kind of have this feeling that as someone who doesn't play the game, and if I want to build in a certain season, I will just use MCCC to change the season, so I don't really know what it looks like normally throughout the year if you play in Windenburg, but I kind of have a feeling, since it is inspired, the world here is inspired by certain European areas. I want to say Germany and up. It's just biased opinion, if you will, but due to that, I kind of have a feeling that the summer months, or weeks, I should say, because it's probably weeks in The Sims, are kind of short-ish. Actually, no, we don't have cycles like that in The Sims. But doesn't it rain a little bit more in Windenburg, maybe? I don't know. If you're a game player, let me know, because I'd actually love to know. I just don't really play the game enough to learn. So that said, when I say enough, I don't really play it at all. I like to build. It's what I do. If I want to play games, like play with gameplay, I usually play something fantasy based. So it's that's just how it is. Definitely a fantasy girl through and through. So I don't know, Sims gameplay. I used to play a lot when I was younger though. But I mean, like, back in Sims 1 and 2 days, so it's a long time ago. I'm an oldie by now anyway. But yeah, haven't really played the game much since like, it's definitely not in my adult years. It's been mostly building because it's just nice and relaxing, and it's still playing the game, but it's just not playing the game, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. Anyway, we're moving on. I never actually got to do the kit overview last week. When was that? Thursday, I think it was. Because I had to go to Copenhagen very early on the Friday, and I got I think I said this in the video that I released that day, like I had planned to do the overview, and then I didn't get to it because I got my code so late and I had to get up early in the morning. So I haven't actually had a look at what's it called? The party one. And I've built houses since I got access to that kit, and I still have not I haven't used it. So I think that kind of like I don't even know what's in the kit by now. And I have built full-on houses with like multi-story houses since getting that kit. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on it though, if you have any. If you have seen the kit, let me know. I have literally seen none of it. I just completely forgot all about it when I came home from Copenhagen. Like, it just left my mind completely. What has happened though is that, okay, see, I love Pinterest. Pinterest is great. You can get lost in Pinterest. Like, you can find one picture of a house, and then you can find like 100 pictures that are kind of similar to that house, right? So what happened is that I feel like often as well, just a little side note, you mostly come across, let's be real, American houses. That's just what's mostly posted on Pinterest, I'm guessing, because the pictures are easy to find, and there are a lot of Americans on Pinterest as well, so don't really see a lot of representation from other areas than the US. However, maybe it's just because I don't know where to look or how to look. Also because often when you have to find pictures from of houses in other countries, you have to write it in that country's language, and I'm not big brain like that, okay? No. But what has happened? I have been so lucky to somehow come across a modern Japanese house on Pinterest. And I know it's Japanese because I can see it on the letters that they use. It's definitely Japanese. It's actually also, I found some Korean houses as well. I don't know if Pinterest just doesn't know how to differentiate between the two languages. Very different. But they showed up at the same time. It's fine. So I got lost. I've been lost in modern Japanese houses. The next house that'll be up on the channel might possibly be a modern Japanese house. It's just, there's a lot of like, because you can see that or would you call them modern, contemporary? I want to call them modern. You can see that they're like, they have Japanese influences in the architecture. There's like a couple of things here and there that just scream Japanese architecture. Like, they've quite clearly taken inspiration from older architecture, but then brought it in, renewed it a little bit. And it's very fascinating to watch, or to see, to look at. And I thought some of the houses were so beautiful, so got a little bit lost in that, just like a little bit. And I feel like it's very fitting, not for this house, but for the last two that have been up on the channel as well. One has been a Japandi house, which is Japanese mixed with Scandinavian. And the other one, don't think it was a Japanese house, but it definitely had taken inspiration from Japanese architecture, especially like newer architecture. So we're kind of like moving in that area still, or like playing around in that area still, if you will, with the builds here on the channel. I don't know. I hope you guys are not tired of it. I am just building whatever I want to build in the moment. Not really like, if I want to build like 5 Scandinavian houses in a row, I'm gonna do it. I'm not really too bothered about making everything super nuanced from build to build these days. Just want to have some fun, and if I'm stuck in a phase, I'm stuck in a phase, you know? Don't want to force myself out of it. So found a lot of very, very cool looking houses from, or Japanese houses, newer Japanese houses, and a little bit intimidated by the landscaping and stuff, but just having some fun with it. Don't worry, still keeping an eye on inspiration for, multi-household lots for the different worlds that we have, but just getting a little bit lost in, in that. So that is the thing right now. If there's anything else you'd like for me to build though, let me know. You can always leave suggestions in the comments down below. I'm always open for suggestions. Sometimes it's nice to get input from other people, like just getting like ideas from other people, because maybe you're thinking of something that I don't even know what it is, you know what I mean? So just feel free to let me know. Also, I've been lying in bed most of the day because I've actually been feeling really, really bad. So I feel slightly like, oh my gosh, what is the word? This is so fitting for what I was about to say because I can't remember the word all of a sudden. Oh my gosh. Just like slow, sluggish, is that the word? Maybe that's the word. Also, the 2 bathrooms in this I almost said apartment building. This is definitely not an apartment building. Rental. I think they are more or less identical, so I'm not sure that I'm actually including the footage of the other one. I can't say for sure because I built this before I went to Italy, which is like 2 weeks ago. I'm so slow at doing voiceovers these days. Anyway, I don't know, it's actually it's starting to bother me a little bit how slow I am with voiceovers. Usually I would record the house and then the next day do the voiceover and then that will be it. But I've gotten in like a very bad habit of just not doing that. Like, I don't know. It's starting to bother me. I should probably fix it. Yeah, I should probably fix it because it's bothering me because suddenly when I have built a house and then I move on to the next house, I'll completely like forget everything about the previous house that I built. It's gone. It's out of my mind. I can't remember it, not even if I desperately try. So I should probably get back to the more helpful sort of pattern, you know, schedule. I don't know. Oh, regarding the Japanese houses as well, I actually got so excited when the pictures showed up on my feed because I remember months and months ago someone asked if I could build a Japanese house, but instead of adding the more like traditional Japanese interior, then make it a little bit more modern. So not Japanese, but just like furniture, essentially, whatever that means. And I felt like it just fit with, like, make it look a little bit not Japanese in the interior. I don't know if it still kind of looks like it for the, like, it just looks less traditionally Japanese, if that makes sense. We're still using a lot of Snowyscape in that one. I think I've completely forgotten to say, by the way, but this is built on a 20 by 20. Windenburg, I did mention that. It's the island in Windenburg, and it has room for 2 to 4 Sims because there are 2 bedrooms with a double bed in them. However, the bedroom on the ground floor only has a bed that is pushed up against the wall, so if the scoot over trick doesn't work for you, you're gonna have some issues fitting in 4 Sims, but I've heard that it works for some people and that it doesn't for other people. Sometimes it does for me, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of weird. I don't know what's up with that. I can't fix it, but just wanted to let you guys know. So now while we are finishing up the rest of the interior, I'm just doing a little bit on the terrace on the 2nd floor. I can't remember how much I've put down on the ground floor, and then probably a little bit more landscaping. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. The landscaping for this house is very, very simple. Just using some of my very beloved plants, I think, and then adding a little bit of like white flowers here and there, some daisies and stuff like that. Definitely wanted the house to have a little bit of an eco feel to it as well, so focusing a little bit on plants too, also on the house, as you can see. And oh, the pool was actually not a part of the original house, but I figured it just made sense to have one, to be honest, so I kind of built it into the house. But also, I wanted to ask if you guys have watched anything cool recently, because your girl's looking for entertainment while I'm sitting here editing, building, whatever. Let me know if you have watched anything cool. Let me know. I've started season 2 of Bridgerton. I know I'm so behind, but started season 2 of Bridgerton because season 3 is coming out soon, and I really want to be on top of that one because I like Penelope. I think she's so cute. So that's a thing. But if there's anything else, let me know. Oh, also, Kate is stunning. Kate is stunning. so stunning. Anyway, now we're at the end of the video, so I'm gonna wrap this up. If you guys like the house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the tray files can be found over on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below, as well as in the pinned comment, where you can also find a link to my booktube channel. So if you like to read, definitely go check it out. Also, my creator code is in the pinned comment. It's in the pinned comment. It is an affiliate code, which means I make a commission if you use it. Feel free to do that if you want to. Not forcing anybody, but just wanted to mention it. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
I'm pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. I get my beauty sleep without you. No more nicotine turning my hands blue. I'm pretty without you.